that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's complete to Williams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rodgers again now. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got them really mixed up at this point. If I were them, I'd keep pressing the advantage. They're throwing it really well.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, orbit. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 58. Right over there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Take 30. I'm coming.
On play action, Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rodgers going to throw. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Joker. Inside.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. 8. You got double up.
Now Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here we go.
Off play action. Newton sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch time.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check me out.
Now it's Rodgers.
Keep it up, guys.
Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Paris Campbell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception left. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Third and long, it's Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10.
General West. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Jam.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Campbell making the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch QB drop. Inside.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Go, D. Let's go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
On play action, now Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 12 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. All you get is a headache. 20. All you get is a headache. Deuce, 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 deuce. Greg.
To throw again on second down. Newton. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Mike 91. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Showing it. Check 24. Check 24. Gun.
Here's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I got you. Man left. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Great. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Here we go.
Newton on 3rd down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. It's caught. Jones. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in this game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? Get ready? Mike 50. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the... 8. Watch out. I get it.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun.
Mike 42, Mike 42. In your face.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. He's got it to Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe
touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. Jones has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Now it's Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
780.
Mike 42.
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd and 12, Newton, this complete to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. Zoom.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike.
On 4th down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 319. Hey, take 26.
It's our time.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now on 2nd and 16. Newton buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 down. Hey! Check 3. Great. Ball trot.
From the gun on third down. Newton, he completes it to Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. On the move to his left. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Paris Campbell with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Maybe just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burke tackle defensively.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go to 50.
Field defense.
Rodgers throwing here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off.